Hello everyone, this is day 3 of our 5-day mindful eating challenge. Every day this week I am sharing information to help you eat more mindfully and giving you a challenge action at the end of each video so that you can put whatever information that you have learned into practical use yourself. Our goal here during this challenge is to adopt new habits to help you optimize your digestion and your metabolism, to help you feel satisfied with less food, to cue into your body's signals, and then just to simply enjoy the time that you spend eating more fully. So it's all about creating a better relationship with food. And today we are going to be talking about paying attention to what you are putting in your body, to the optimal ratios of liquid, solid, and air that you want to have. So we're going to be looking at our belly and the digestive process, if you will, through the lens of a blender. The process of chewing and sending food down into your stomach, it kind of operates much like a blender does when it's breaking down food in the blender. It's, we all know it's really important to break down our food into tiny, small particles, because otherwise, if you don't, it makes it really hard for your body to digest it. Now, when you chew your food well, you'll find that you have less bloating, less gas, you won't overeat as much, and you'll be better able to get the nutrients out of the food. Not to mention that the whole elimination process becomes more efficient and regular as well. So I want you to think for a moment, what happens when you put a whole lot of liquid in a blender compared to whatever you're also trying to incorporate into that liquid? You get the liquid and then a lot of big chunks of food still, right? I mean, it's really hard to incorporate it. And also think about the opposite. What about when you don't have enough moisture in it? I mean, as an example, if you've ever tried to make pesto in your blender, then you probably know what I'm talking about. It's kind of a long process usually. It's hard to get the things broken down if you don't have enough liquid. So to really ease the load on your digestive process, you want to strive to fill your belly blender, if you will, with 50% food, 25% liquid, and 25% air. This is going to require you to be a little bit more mindful of what you're eating and how much, and then to notice when your stomach begins to fill up. One general guideline is that you should eat like approximately the amount that you're able to hold in your 2 cupped hands. Now, to be completely honest, to me it feels like I need a little bit more than my 2 cupped hands, but it's a general guideline. I will say though that when I practice yesterday's challenge, which is just eating when you're sitting down to eat, I am much better able to gauge when my stomach is becoming full. Now, ideally, you don't want your stomach to be completely full either when you finish a meal, because at that point, your blender's too full. You've overloaded your digestive system and it just makes it harder to work. So you want to shoot for about 75%. You want to be able, if you do that, you're going to be more able to completely digest your meal. And then you want to be hungry before you get ready to start your next meal. So another body cue that often happens when your belly is starting to get full is that you may notice that you have like this little small release of air, like a little small burp, if you will. And if you pay attention, you may notice this. And what that is really, a cue, a signal from your body that it's time to begin slowing down and stop eating. So today, your challenge is to try your best to visualize your stomach as this blender and to keep in mind these ratios of 50% food, 25% liquid, and 25% air when you're eating. And just a note that the 25% liquid doesn't necessarily mean like liquid that you're drinking with the meal. Many of the things that you eat may also have a good amount of liquid in them too. So if you think about it, if you're having soup for a meal, then it already has a good bit of liquid as a part of the soup. On the other hand, say you are eating something like a piece of chicken breast. Well, that's going to have a relatively much lower amount of liquid, even if you compare it to something like, say, a baked sweet potato. So you just have to kind of guess. We're not trying to be exact or precise or any of this. You just don't want to get too hung up on trying to get it just right. Rather, you just want to treat it as a concept, something to ponder while you're eating, something to help you better optimize your digestion by doing so. So let me know in the comments how this goes for you, if you notice anything and any thoughts that you may have about this. And if you're just now joining us for the challenge and you want the extra resources that I've been emailing to everyone as a part of the challenge, there is a link that you'll find in the description where you can sign up, and I will go ahead and send you what I've sent out so far. I want you all to give yourself a pat on the back for showing up here for yourself today and just becoming more aware about your body and your digestion, your overall wellness. I will see you tomorrow.